You may think by exposing the problems associated with special divine action, I have grounds for being smug. I don't think atheists have any grounds for being smug, because we too have problems with explanation. If you look at the kinds of explanation we get from science, which are the most ambitious and compelling explanations, what do they boil down to? Well, one is the principle of precedence, that nature will carry on as it has done before. And that's expressed in, say, patterns of probability, in nature's habits, in the principle of inertia, things will carrying on, and so on. And that has great problems, because we have the whole question of how the whole thing got going in the first place, and how, as it were, the unfolding began. The laws of nature are not very helpful, because they don't make anything happen. At the best, they're the railway lines that direct what happens. They're certainly not railway engines. And so they don't really deliver much. And a law of nature, in the absence of any kind of substrate to operate on, is a pretty feeble thing. And then we've got causation. Causation is an attempt to explain how individual and particular things happen. But the closer you look at causation, the more it evaporates. Certainly, causes as necessary connections, I think, have been consigned to the ash can of intellectual history a long time ago, from Hume onwards. And also, causes don't really seem to deliver what we want, because we want to think of something as a sufficient cause. We often think of it as something that itself obeys laws. So you have to get the laws, general laws, to make a cause seem a way of making an event intelligible. So we atheists are in a terrible mess trying to explain individual events, and of course all events are individual. I mean, one of the interests for me in the discussion of special divine action is it flags up a problem I think that religious believers and atheists have in common, which is that of connecting, as it were, the general principles that drive the universe forward with specific events. Clearly, special divine action can seem embarrassing to theologians because it doesn't seem right that divine agency should engage with particular local events. God, one feels, if he is anything, he's certainly not local, not at least in principle. We have the same problem, it seems to me, in connecting the laws of nature, as described in physics, with particular events. Every event is utterly unique, and no multiplication of laws of nature will be sufficient to deliver any real actual event. So we're in the same boat there. No grounds for smugness for atheists. Connecting the explanation with the explanandum eludes us at least as much as it does religious believers.